Hi everyone, here's what's bothering me today. Normally I post more personal things like this over on Patreon, but we're going to do it a little differently today where I'm doing this here because I also talked about this on Twitter. And I know people mean well, but I just couldn't sum it up in a tweet, so I'm making this video instead. So earlier today I posted this where I say, depression was briefly cured raising a shit ton of money for sex workers and residential school survivors, but then today I realized that I'll never truly be happy, satisfied, or have peace of mind, so depression is back and worse now. Upside down smiley face. And, people mean well, and I don't want to take away from the good intentions, but just, to give some context, right? There were lots of good suggestions from, take time away from the keyboard, go enjoy nature, enjoy a favorite meal, eat healthy food, work out, whatever. Yeah, all those things. Here's the problem. I do those pretty regularly. And in fact, a good chunk of my job is out delivering parcels in the countryside, meaning I get the sun, I get fresh air, I get a little bit of exercise walking down, long ass driveways, etc., etc. I listen to music, which helps me feel good. And some other friends in other corners of social media, messaged me online because they saw this, but they messaged me on different platforms and they said, look, it's part of life. Sorry you're feeling that way, but it's amazing what, therapy and medication can do. And it's like, the root of this is not something that can be solved with therapy and medication. Therapy and medication aren't going to make me feel any better about the world that we are destroying every single day. Therapy and medication is not going to stop shitty people from doing shitty things in the world that I'm going to know about or hear about. And even if I take time away from the keyboard, I know it's happening. Because no matter where you go, you see it. Newspapers, TV, on the radio, casually driving by somewhere. And all of the problems that I listed in my original tweet, never truly being happy, never truly being satisfied, and never truly having peace of mind, that has to do with deeply internalized neuroses. Realizing that I'll never truly have peace of mind was one that I already came to terms with a while ago, pre-pandemic, where no matter what, there's always going to be stuff on my mind, right? So, case in point, the YouTube stuff. Oh yeah, started off as a cathartic project for the purposes of the pandemic and just voicing opinions to the void that is the internet. Then, oh geez, is this actually a good take? Wait, do I even care about takes? Why do I care about takes? You know what, maybe, I forgot to include this in this part. Oh, I kind of feel bad about that now. I should maybe put a bit more effort into these, but oh geez, not enough time. But oh wait, no, shoot, now I have a modest audience now. Oh geez, so okay, all right, and the YouTube community tab that I keep forgetting about, I keep forgetting to upload certain things and blah, 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 blah. So while I got a bit of peace of mind from the whole I just need to scream into the universe, it brought a whole new set of questions that prevented peace of mind. This will no doubt happen when I become a parent. Oh geez, is my kid being healthy enough? Oh, I don't know about this. Oh geez, am I actually being a good father? Oh geez, I don't know. God, could I have handled this better? So just those two examples out of countless examples are how I came to accept a while ago that I'm never really going to have peace of mind, which in turn brings me to being satisfied, because that is directly related to this of, no, this could have been better, or I could have handled this a different way or a better way, etc., etc. The problem compounds. So no, I'm never going to be satisfied either with, job, life, money raised for charitable causes, what I do to support various causes. Oh geez, I only did fundraising. I need to do more, canvassing or something. Oh, I could only squeeze in this much canvassing because I also had my day job. If only there was a way to do more. I'm never going to be satisfied, and therapy and medication aren't going to change that either. And as for happiness, there have been precious few times when I've been well and truly happy as an adult, and I've learned to really fear those times, because what happens afterwards is usually a catastrophic collapse of my life. So, for example, college, right? oh, like pushed through some really difficult times, graduated, things are looking up for this chosen industry I've gone into. I'll be working with my hands. I'll be working in the aviation industry. This is great. It's still post 2008 collapse. Can't find a job for the life of me. And then after a year of basically unemployment, which for me was a rarity at that point, actually get a job offer, and it's halfway decent, but unfortunately still needing, more training. It's not exactly a place conducive to that. So I really struggle even when trying to get help from other people. They can't be asked to help the new apprentice. And then again, because we're still recovering from the 2008 crash, basically after a year, money dried up, and I had been saving up a lot of money, paying down a lot of my student debt. I was considering buying a house or like a condo or something, but job dried up. I didn't know when the next job would come, so I decided to just take a little trip to Europe and keep the rest aside as savings. That would be necessary because I still did not find an aviation-related job, or really many jobs, in the year after that. So we're talking now 2013, 2014. I'd be lying if I said there weren't times during that period of my life where there weren't suicidal ideations. And so then after that, oh, look, get a break. I'm now a teacher overseas in beautiful sunny Spain. Wow. Hands down, one of the best years of my life. Came to an end. Okay, really difficult, but then also found a really good job not too long after that. Okay, things are kind of working out. And then a year after that, I got invited to a different part of Spain to teach. And this one looked like it could be a more permanent thing. So I was like, wait, you mean I could potentially live in Spain for the rest of my life? Yes, please and thank you. Embassy wasn't fully honest with me and direct about like answering my questions of, can I do this afterwards? And so after a year, visa application fell through. Company that had hired me said, well, we need like someone to teach, and if you can't come here, sorry, we can't, agree to hire you again. And then it was 3 years of very much underemployment after that, and really struggling with how happiness was, again, this fucking close. And then we get to 2020, skipping over a few years of, again, terribleness, where finally, okay, getting a job again. It's in the aviation industry, albeit in a different sector of the aviation industry, but I'm like, okay. I start seeing this girl too shortly after New Year's. Like a whole bunch of things started happening after New Year's in 2020. I was like, oh man, this is going to be a great year. So then that promptly ends. And then, of course, we can't see each other after March. And then there's some terrible revelations that happen in the wake of that. And so we're not together anymore. So you can see how those times when I'm ever so briefly happy, and then it just completely 180s and worse than that, medication and therapy isn't going to fix that. And again, no, this isn't like a sob story. That's not the purpose of this. And right now, things are going relatively well. I have a solid job that seems to be sticking. It comes with a bunch of really awesome benefits. We have better backgrounds, better equipment. Even though it's still a pandemic, things are, on the whole, pretty okay. But again, it was just the realization earlier today, or perhaps yesterday, depending when I upload this. I don't even know when this will be uploaded. It's the realization that due to my past and just my neuroses and how I am and how I think and how I operate, while it's great for planning and strategizing, it is not great for living. And unfortunately, therapy and medication can only do so much. This isn't, a depression of self-hatred and, I'm worthless. Like, no one loves me. No one likes me. It's not that. It's more just a realization of, yeah, these three things are never going away for as long as I live. And I intend, anyway, to live as long and as fruitful and fulfilling a life as possible. But these are going to be the three main obstacles that are always going to be with me. So thank you for your kind words, various kind people on the internet. But it's unfortunately not directed in the right place. According to a lot of my friends and family members, I'm one of the few people who has lost weight during this pandemic because of working, going out and taking walks, eating healthier, Even last night, went out with some fully vaxxed people for a backyard patio birthday celebration, all socially distanced. And it was great seeing them again and talking and having, good backyard barbecue food with friends that I hadn't seen face to face in over a year. But the realization today still happened. I can wear a nice shirt and that doesn't change jack shit. Doing all these good things, raising money, raising awareness, volunteering with various organizations, canvassing because we have a stupid unnecessary election right now. All these things and more, and knowing and recognizing my own problems doesn't change the fact that these three aspects of me knowing myself well enough that I will never find true happiness, that I will never find true peace of mind, that I will never find true satisfaction in most of what I do. This has just been developing for years, and it only finally came to a realization here after 30 years on this goddamn bitch of an earth. This wasn't spontaneous. Life led to this point. And I know people mean well, but therapy and medication aren't going to fix these. And besides, therapy costs money. Medication costs money. Those are also two things that I don't really have. I know I will come out of this funk at some point and it's not going to stop me from making videos and doing whatever the fuck this is. But I know it's going to be with me throughout my life, and no amount of therapy or medication, if I could ever afford those things, is ever going to change that. And at the root of things, that's what's bothering me today.